Hi everybody.
Hey
Hello to the
everyone.
Fitmint family. Welcome back to the EMA. I think first things first, we've decided that every Wednesday this time is going to be an AMA that we do. So this will start happening every week going forward. Um, so yeah, one quick update, and yeah, let's get started. I can see that there are already a lot of questions that have been posted in the chat, and we'll start taking them one by one. But before we do that, we wanted to give you some updates on the project. So we would be referring to the Trello board that we shared with everyone, and we'll be looking at what are the things remaining and what are the updates for June this year. I think I'll just skip all the things that have already been marked as done, but we'll look at the things that are in progress and give you updates. So the first one being website release. This is on track. I think sometime this weekend we should be able to release this website. So we will release it in this week. Multiple sneaker per wallet flow.
Yeah, this is something which is also in the progress and will be live, I think, by this month end or something.
Correct. When it comes to sneaker customization in 3D, that is going to be slightly delayed because the Flutter development is something that we had started in between and we wanted to finish that. Reasons that I've already shared in the community, but reasons are that unless we get out with our Flutter development, we'll not be able to ensure that we release iOS and Android at the same time, have the same build quality for both the apps. So we'll be finishing the Flutter app development first, and only then releasing the sneaker customization 3D. So that is going to spill over to sometime in early July.
Yeah.
Smart contract audits.
So yeah, this is also something we had started doing 2 weeks back, 2 week back or so. It is almost completed. So our token smart contracts will are being audited by Certic, and it will be done by in maybe 3-4 days max.
Right. And finally, the app development on Flutter, we've already spoken about that. So I think those are largely updates on what the team has been working in July. One good news is that sometime towards from starting 1st July, we'll be getting our office space. So you would get to personally see, meet a lot of other employees that we've hired. You'll get to meet the entire team. You'll get to see on a daily basis what we are doing, what we are working on. Hope that is a good experience. So that's something we'll start from July. Um,
And also there are a couple of other updates non-related to product. One is, I think, if you guys asked in the Discord that when is the investment or funding announcement coming.
hmm.
So that's something which is also coming very soon, maybe in a week or maximum 2 weeks it will be coming and you'll be seeing the announcement. The second thing is that I think some clarity on the token launch, as many of you highlighted in the group that this is maybe not the good market conditions to launch the token or something. So we are still figuring out or thinking it over that what would be a good time to launch the token. We will have clarity on that in a week or so. So maybe next week or something we'll be able to, or by the next weekend we'll be able to give you clear update that when is the token launch going to happen. Because all of this market turmoil, and you must be aware of that, I think has made us think it over. Because like even if we launch the token in these market conditions and it does not perform well, that is ultimately not good for the community, right? So yeah, I think that's something we are figuring it out, and we'll provide you clear update on by next week or so.
All right. I think we can get started on the AMA and take the questions. Before we get started, just one quick drop for everyone who's taken our time to attend this AMA. I'm going to be posting a link here. Please do not share it anywhere else. If we see you sharing, it will not work for you. But basically, what this is a form. All you need to do is fill out your email address, and if you're asking good questions here, you will get whitelisted immediately right after this call. So we've posted the link. Of course, you need to be part of the community to check the form and answer it. But yeah, that's something you can use. All right, question one. Coins that I earned, will I be able to sell 100% of them?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, once the token is listed and the in-app swap function is live, you will be able to sell 100% of them, unless you are using them in for the in-game activity. So whatever remaining balance you have in your wallet, you will be able to convert 100% of them.
Will you list your token on Huobi? Token can make 10x of your price. Is that a possibility?
No, that does not guarantee. Listing the token on Huobi or any exchange whatsoever does not guarantee the return, because it entirely depends on the market conditions and also exchange. But right now, since we do not want a lot of speculators and traders come in the picture and start trading the token and kind of increasing the volatility of the token, we will list the token first on a decentralized exchange, and then we'll think about listing it on centralized exchange.
Got it. Um, Unhappy with the walker. Very little earning for walking. I can't run. Price should be more than zero point 0 per fit. Look, answering your first question around, so we don't have shoe like walker shoes. You can perform any kind of workout that you want. There is no speed limit to your working out, except for obviously, like you cannot be sitting in a car and expecting that to count as workout. But my guess is that you are at a level below level 5 or something, which is why, and I can see it in the comments also, that if you, that someone's answer that if you're at a lower level, you will not be earning the same amount of tokens as someone who's on, let's say, level 25 or level 30, right? So and another thing is, obviously, if you're walking compared to people who are running, obviously you would have lesser earnings. So that's something to probably think about. Are there any giveaways happening on this AMA? Yep. Uh, Website updated version, like I mentioned, coming up sometime around this weekend. Follow Polygon Studios. I think what you're asking for largely is some proof that we have tied up with Polygon Studios, and all you basically need to do is go check if Polygon Studios have tweeted about us and the partnership. They did that. We also hosted an AMA with Polygon Studios sometime last week. So the recording for that is still on Polygon Studios account, our account as well. You can probably check that. Currency for buying sneakers in the game. I think you're late into the project. It's Matic. We built it on Polygon, but welcome to the community, anyways. I've seen many bugs in the application. So there's something that I have repeated over and over again. You're part of the beta whitelist. The entire point of the beta version of the app is to figure out bugs, to test it at scale with thousands of users, and then fix all those issues when the public version comes out. However, one thing that I would like to say is that if you're a person who would like to receive a more stable build and you don't want to be a part of the beta whitelist program, you can definitely raise a ticket on Discord. You can let us know, and we'd be happy to take you out of the beta program. And you can come back and use the app at the time of public launch, right? That way, we can guarantee that you will have a more stable build. Can you give option to carry forward not used energy, since working out might not be possible sometimes?
Sorry, what's the question?
Can you give the option to carry forward energy that is not used to the next day, because working out every day might not be an option?
No, I don't think we'll be doing that, because I mean, we might think of introducing features like giving you a break or something, but the energy you give you get every day. I think that has to be used on the same day.
When is the listing planned? I think that is something we already mentioned in the beginning. And of course, we'll be putting out the video, the recording for this AMA, and you can always see the answers later as well.
How can we have multiple sneakers in our wallet? Do we
Do we
have
have to
to
wait
wait
for
for the
marketplace?
marketplace?
Yeah.
No, so basically, as we mentioned at the starting of the call, we'll be releasing a feature very soon where you would be able to buy two sneakers, multiple sneakers. But right now, the option would be the maximum number of sneakers you can buy would be two, and that will also increase your daily energy, so that you can earn more if you hold two sneakers. And yeah, once the marketplace goes live, you can buy more sneakers, but for now, when this feature goes live, you will be able to buy only one more sneaker apart from the one you already have.
Right. What funds are you planning to attract?
What?
Funds are you planning to attract? Maybe like we can tell them about the funding and
Yeah, so basically
announcements
we have
about that.
already closed our funding round, and very soon, in a week or so, you will be getting to know what are the investors we partnered with and received the funds from.
Yeah. When will you add people to the VIP queue? It's been more than 7 days. It's actually been uh, exactly 7 days since we last added people to the VIP queue, and today is the 7th day. People will get added today. When is the staking program launch?
So staking program is something which we were thinking about, putting it on our website. Once the token sale happens, and when you start buying the tokens, you can stake the tokens on the website first, where the users who are buying the tokens, they can stake it, and based on that, maybe they will get rewards. Maybe they can get sneakers, they can get app access, or things like that. But for existing users who are already using the app, for them, the staking flow on app will be, I think, will come at a later stage. We'll let you know the timeline. But for now, the staking flow would be for the users who are kind of participating into the public sale of the token, and then they can stake those tokens.
Right. Um, there are few active participants who have minted the sneakers. What are the steps taken to increase them? Um, Look, I think the amount of minting that we have at the moment is actually by design, to be honest, because we don't want to scale. And I see that happening in a lot of different projects where, we could do that, right? We could give out 100,000 sneakers to like airdrop to people, and then we would immediately have that many users on the app. But that does not make a sustainable economy, right? Where people are there only to use the project to earn money. We are trying to build a fitness app. We're trying to make it in a sustainable way, and we need to ensure that the user onboarding also happens in a way where it's sustainable, and people are actually interested in the project rather than just looking for airdrops. So I think that would partly answer your question, and I think the next question is also somewhat similar, where what makes you stand out from these other projects? I think we're very very focused on building a sustainable economy, for one, and another thing that we've said time and again before is that we're trying to build a fitness app, right? It's great that the problems that health has in general can be solved through web3, which we believe was not possible with the other web2 players, and that is why uh, NFT earnings, these kind of things can make it slightly more easier to solve health problems. But that is what we are primarily here to solve. We're not here to just focus on the earning bit, right? And like we said this time and again, other factors are probably that when it comes to working out, we believe that the forms of workout for a lot of different people are different. Like someone might just not be like would not only just walk or not only just run, but go to the gym, go swimming, play basketball, play different kinds of sports and things like that, right? And you tend to shift from one form of workout to another few times in a week as well. So what we are trying to do is make sure that our platform can take any workout that you do and give you rewards for that, which I think is going to become a huge differentiating factor, because we don't want to limit you in terms of the kind of workout you want to do. So that is number one. And second would be the social angle, where we're trying to go more deeper into social gaming and how you can work out with your friends, how you can compete with your friends. And obviously these are the kind of things you will see come into the app a little bit later down the line, once more of the basic things have been put into place. When can we see the final style of the app? Um I think you're talking about the design. I think UI UX design of the app, and yeah, that's added to the roadmap. That is sometime next quarter is where we are looking to redo the design of the app. Do you have an original Telegram address? So all the official links that we have are there in the Discord. If you go to Discord and you go to the links section, the links channel, you will find all the official Fitmint addresses that we control and we moderate. Uh, Anything else out there is not something that could be community made, but it's not something that we moderate directly. Please tell us who your sponsors are and where will the listing be. I think sponsors we've already covered, but do you want to talk about listing? Where would we be listing the Fit token?
No, as I mentioned before, since this is the thing we decided to think it over, and we are still figuring out, like, what would be the right launch pads to do the public sale. Because if you see right now in the current market conditions, you will not see new projects or new token sales happening on either of the launch pads. So we are still figuring out which one would make more sense for us, for the community, and for the everyone. So yeah, you will get to know this very soon.
Will cycling be added as an exercise in the future? Yes, of course. I think we've already announced that the first fitness tracker that we are integrating with is Apple Watch. So that integration will happen sometime next quarter. And once that integration happens, if you own an Apple Watch, you would be able to do basically any form of workout. And as long as you're burning calories, it will be compatible with the app. Is there a confirmed date for when stamina comes into play?
Not a confirmed date, but this is something we have started working on already, and this should come, very soon, maybe in 2-3 weeks of timeline.
Right. Is there anything special for the first 1,000 early users after token launch? Um, I don't think so. I think what is special for the first 1,000 users is that obviously you get early access to the app, but I think what you would have already seen is that whenever we launch new features, we first give access to all our beta users. Of course, the logic is also that so that more people can test it out before we do a public rollout. But you will, if you're a beta user, you will always get first access to features, whatever we make, even probably the NFT drops that we do, and it is only after that it goes out to the public. Other than that, there is nothing else planned. What giveaway? I think you're speaking about the AMA giveaway. So somewhere in the chat you will find it that I've shared a link, and you can use that to enter your email address. If you're asking good questions, we will add you to the VIP queue immediately. Sorry, we will whitelist you immediately after the call. Approximate date for comfort. I think it's the same thing as
Yeah,
stamina,
I
right?
think first we will bring the stamina into the picture, where you will be able to get some benefits by putting points in the stamina. Comfort is something which will work after that. So once we start working on that, only that time we'll be able to give you a clarity that when will this come.
Right. The application is in demand in Turkey. It would be better if Turkish language support and Turkish Telegram channels were added to Discord. Um, we don't have a language specific channels at the moment on Telegram, but on Discord there is already a channel for Turkey. We do have some wonderful full people there who are very very active in that channel. Maybe you would want to check that out. Could you tell us about investors and sponsors? I think we've
Yeah, this
already
is
covered
something we
that.
have already covered.
Which exchanges fit listed in, that's also something we've covered, and to all of these things that we've covered, you can watch the video again once we post it on YouTube, and you will be able to
Is there any benefit for early users? I think there are a lot of benefits of being the early user. First is, if you have been using the app since, let's say 1 month, 2 month, you have been earning good amount of tokens. Whereas you know that we have already started reducing the token earnings, right, over the course of 2 weeks. So if you are a early user, you would have earned too many tokens. Right now, let's say if there's a user who is coming now, he'll be earning less tokens, and over the time I think the token earnings will have to be reduced to make it a sustainable economy, and to kind of capture large, to capture the global users or something. So yeah, I think that's the benefit. You are reaching to the higher levels sooner than people who will join later than you. So yeah, I think in terms of earning, in terms of product experience, in terms of other things, you are getting benefits of being early user.
Right. When will the stamina comfort characteristics be launched? That's already answered. Once it's launched, will there be ability to redistribute characteristics on sneakers that is provided? We're still thinking through this, but most likely the answer is probably yes. We would figure out how. You might have to spend some fit to do that. Maybe not. Have not made that decision yet. But yeah, there will be some way or other to redistribute your characteristics of the sneaker. I'm skipping the same questions around token launch. We've already answered that. What daily income do you predict for first time users? Again, what you need to understand about Fitmint is that it completely correlates to your sneaker attributes. It is very, very proportional to the kind of workout you do and the amount of calories you burn. So, you and I could have the same sneaker, but I went for a run, you went for a walk, I would end up making more fit tokens than you did. So, so the thing to optimize for is your calorie burn. I'm not sure why there are so many questions around Polygon Studios. Guys,
Well,
Polygon Studio is a partner. We are working with them on a regular basis. I don't know if they follow us on Twitter. Last time I checked, they did. We do follow them back. We did an AMA together last week. So yeah, I mean, I don't know where these questions are coming from, but yeah, that partnership is still there. It's still intact. Will the earlier user receive any benefits of airdrops for supporting the project? Um, and
not really. There will be no airdrops because you are already getting tokens, which are like higher number of tokens than the users who will be joining late. So consider this as an airdrop, I would say.
yeah, I mean, in the earlier, like first few weeks of the release, if there are people there are people on Discord, and you would get to know from them that in the first few weeks of the release, when there were too many bugs with the app, we did airdrop free energy, free health repairs for everyone. But I don't think that's going to always continue.
Also, one more thing, you'll be getting benefit by being the early user is that once the marketplace goes live, the NFT, the sneaker NFT price would be something which will be dependent on the buying and selling match, right? So $150 is something which we have set from our side, which we thought would be affordable price for most of the people. But once the marketplace goes live, the NFT price might go up, and that will become expensive for the users who will be joining at that time. So now maybe at that time you'll not be getting the same sneaker NFT in $150 or something. It might be greater than that.
Yeah. Please add speed tracker in app. We've gotten this a lot. A lot of people have requested adding a speed tracker. We're still trying to figure out if that does make sense, because for us, we really have no reasonable limit on speed, as to at what speed you would make money, which is why in the first version it didn't make sense for us to add a speed tracker. uh, but yeah, that's something we can think about, but it is not a priority at the moment, I would say. Advisors investors coming soon, but when? The advisors investors are already there. It's just that we have not officially announced it, so I think sometime in the coming 2 weeks you would see official announcements happening. The shoes are only sold on your own market or in third party ones, only on the Fitment app. You can only purchase the NFTs on the Fitment app. If anyone else is claiming to sell the Fitment sneakers in any other platform, it is 100% a scam. Please be careful. Are you going to do something to speed up the mints? We were supposed to have 50K holders in June, currently less than 5,000. We have to promote the project, more hype. Look, we're trying to grow, like I already answered this, we're trying to grow in a more sustainable way. Uh, Probably having 100,000 users tomorrow would would add into a lot of challenges in the sense of scaling the tech infrastructure, ensuring the economy is actually working the way we want it to before it starts scaling up. Because otherwise, what generally tends to happen is that at scale, uh, as soon as there becomes a problem in the economy, immediately the prices start tanking, right? So we've seen that in a lot of other projects, and we don't want that to repeat here. So we're trying to just grow in a more sustainable way.
Yeah, also one more thing is that so far what we have done is like we haven't done any paid marketing or any promotion or anything, right? So basically we are just converting our waitlisted users into app users, right? Which we acquired organically. But now you will see a lot of marketing activities happening around funding, around influencer marketing, around PR, and many things. So we'll be seeing a lot greater I think user response, or maybe we'll be like acquiring users at a more fast scale than we are doing right now.
Will 50,000 OG basic sneaker will be distributed or more than 50,000? Um, 50,000 is the max cap for our Genesis sneaker uh, at the moment. And OG basics is the Genesis sneaker. So let me clear that confusion as well. Uh, we will not be using all of them to sell through the app. A lot of it would be used as probably for marketing purposes in the future. So we will not be selling all of them on the app. Apart from Polygon, will there be another realm in the future?
So yeah, of course, Malab, there can be more ecosystems coming in apart from Polygon, but we haven't started thinking about that yet. This is something we'll maybe start planning in the next quarter or so.
What are the main markets you are going to reach? Is it India? uh, it's it's not India. I agree. We get this question a lot given that the company is based out of India, but at the moment our biggest geographies outside is Russia, Ukraine, Japan, uh, France, and some bits of US. Right. So these are probably the top 4 or 5 geographies, and then India. Look, from the very day one, we started to build out a global app. We want to solve fitness is not a India specific problem; it's a global problem, and Web3 is the right way to solve it globally, and that is why we're not trying to get users from any one specific country. Hopefully, trying to build a global community. What are the benefits of Fitment comparing to the other move to earn applications? We've already answered this, so maybe you can just replay this video. Excuse me. Planning for biking, bicycles, etc. This is in the roadmap. You can look at the fitness tracker integrations. We've already started working on it. You will see at what stage we are at once we have our office space and people start coming. You will meet the team members who are working on this. Are you planning to launch marketing advertising? You started adding 5,000 to whitelist every day, but bought 4,000. What are the plans for 25,000? Again, I've already answered this question. You can probably replay this video. But in terms of marketing and advertising, yes, we'll be looking into it. So far we've not done any marketing activity like Rohit mentioned. This has all been organic. We have done some small influencer tie-ups here and there, but that's never been advertising. That's been more of an exchange for NFT, so that an influencer who's really interested in the project could get to use the product. But yeah, so far we've not done any marketing or advertising, and we do plan to start doing it soon. Will there be a speed limit? No, there are no speed limits for all the sneakers, because we believe that you should be able to walk, run at whatever speed you want to. So yeah, there are no speed limits. Of course, you cannot abuse it. Like if you're sitting in a car, that would not count as a workout. When will sneakers be tradable on OpenSea? Do we have a timeline on this?
Where is it?
When will sneakers be tradable on OpenSea?
Yeah, I mean, right now I think you don't have any option to transfer the NFTs outside of the app. But I guess once the wallet goes live fully, you would be able to transfer the NFTs to your maybe MetaMask address or something else, and then you can maybe trade it on OpenSea if you find a buyer. But ultimately, I think. Uh, the utility of buying the NFT basically will only be there if you use the app, right? There is no other basically advantage of doing that, unless you are kind of you want to speculate it or you want to sell it to someone else. But yeah, if you want to sell it to someone else, you'll be able to do it, but not right now.
So someone is asking that they were making 890 tokens while they were on level 16. Now it's decreased. They are making 690 tokens per day. What happened? Why it decreased? I think a lot of people have similar questions. Maybe you can address that.
Yeah, sure. So I think this is something we have made an announcement about in the Discord. That I think 1 week back or something, we did an announcement where we said that to make the economy sustainable, to kind of cater to the new users coming in, and to kind of make it a sustainable project, we need to start reducing the token earnings, and that's what we started doing last week. And this activity will go on, I think, 1 week more. And after that, the token basically the deduction would stop. And yeah, I think basically that the reasons for doing that is, initially we had a very few users who kind of believed in the project, who supported us in the early days, and they were getting more tokens. But now the game economy is something we keep observing on regular basis, and we keep tweaking the economy as we get the data from the users, right? Because like, this is something we also don't know 100%. We read the data, and then we get to know what is going on with the economy, and then we keep tweaking the logics. So that's why we made the decision of reducing the token earnings. Yeah. And like, you will, I think if you can read the announcement, that can give you more details.
Yeah, and I think this is a continuous process, right? It'll just continue to happen over a long-term duration. That's the only way to make the project sustainable.
Yeah, and
Uh,
also I think we had also shared that the token price which is going to be there at the time of public sale will be more than what we had mentioned earlier. So this does not mean that you'll get less earnings. Is that the number of tokens are getting reduced? The earning would still be the same, because the price would be higher than what we had shared earlier. So be assured that the earnings which you will be getting will be should be able to I think give you a good return on the NFT investment you do.
Correct. Progress in supporting wearable devices, already answered it. You can probably replay the video. Um, are people afraid to enter the project in such a market? Yeah, I mean, of course, there are people who are, given the current circumstances, people are definitely more skeptical about entering uh, projects. Of course, to buy the NFTs, people have to liquidate certain assets that they already have, which in this kind of a bear market, people don't want to do. And of course, that slows things down. But again, for the true believers out there, this is the right time to get in, because that is where you create a unfair advantage over people who come in at a later point of time. Oops, sorry. Please tell me a little more about the team. I have personally seen many. projects launch with inexperienced team members, and some of those didn't go so well due to easily avoidable mistakes.
Sure. So let us brief you on the team. So basically, as you know, that we are three co-founders. One is me, another is Anurag, and third one is another is Viren, and third one is Anurag. Right. So and if you are in the Discord server, if you have created any support ticket, then you must have interacted with Anurag. But basically, I and Anurag come from a top tier engineering college, and also Viren, and we have been working in the tech startup since last 7 8 years, where we have worked where so basically I and Viren come from the product and marketing background, right? And Anurag comes from the tech background, where he has been the tech co-founder of multiple startups called Dukan, Moving Cart, and all of that. And if you read the white paper and go to the team section, you will get to know the details about the team. And you can also visit our LinkedIn profiles, which are mentioned in the white paper, so you can see where we have worked, what we have done, and all kind of stuff. So I think that would be helpful for you.
And how many team members are working for the app?
So currently we are a 10-member team. Apart from three of us, there are two three engineers, there are two designers, then there are two three one or two people in the on the marketing and content side, and there is one more product manager.
Top priorities towards the end of 2022. Can you share some plans for next year? Which part of the project are you most focused on right now?
So yeah, sure. So basically, I think by the end of 22, we want to make Fitmint app as a social fitness app, where and also like multi-activity app, where you are where no matter what activity you're doing, you are running, walking, cycling, swimming, or anything, you can use the app and earn tokens. And apart from that, you'll also be able to kind of compete with your friends, make a group of your friends, and kind of get rewards from there. So this will be fully fledged fitness app, where the theme would be around social fitness and multi activities. So this is the plan, I think, to reach to 2022. And I think
Next year.
also
Yeah.
apart from that, we'll be also working on building some real world utility by partnering with fitness brands, fitness athletes, where maybe you would be able to buy fitness goods and products from the app, or maybe you'll be able to engage with your favorite athletes, or other persons. So yeah, these are the plans which will be our focus areas during next 2 3 quarters.
How much fundraising did you guys get? Of course, if you're asking this question, you are aware that until our investor publishes this, we are not allowed to disclose any amounts. But yeah, you'll get to know these details pretty soon, uh, in a 2 week horizon. So saying that we'll be able to play basketball and such, what will be the kind of NFT to use for those, like Nike Airs? Again, just going back to what I said earlier, that we truly believe that there is not one form of fitness for everyone, right? So like me personally, I go to the gym sometimes, I go to run sometimes, and sometimes I just do small workouts at home. So we don't want to limit you into working out only defined by the kind of sneaker you have, right? So let's say if you had one sneaker which was only meant for running, then you are forced to run every day, and that's really not a healthy way to work out, and we truly believe that. So for us, what this means is that no matter which NFT you hold, that just gives you access to the app, and then any form of workout that you want to do, you should be able to do. Whether you want to work out at home, play basketball, do whatever you want to. Of course, we can have certain designs of our sneakers, could have a basketball collection, could have a soccer collection, and things like that. But that in no way means that you will be restricted to one form of workout. We will at least try to never do that. What about the appearance of the NFT? Will it be possible to design my own sneaker? Yeah, I'm glad someone asked this question. So, the sneaker customization flow that we were speaking about is exactly that. You will be able to not maybe redesign the entire sneaker, but you will be able to do some things with it, like change colors. You will be able to change a 2D sneaker that you have at the moment to a 3D version. You'll be able to add a lot of cool things to your sneaker. So that is something that is work in progress, and you will probably see it sometime next month. There are many people made the mistake of sending Matic with ERC20 network. Would you be able to recover it? No, sadly, we will not be able to recover it, and which is why when you copy the Fitmint address, your wallet address on the app, we show you a message saying that it clearly says that please use only the Polygon network to transfer the Matic, because the wallets that we create are only on the Polygon network at the moment. Before listing, will it be possible to send tokens from Fitment to other wallets? I don't think, are we doing that?
What? What?
हाँ मतलब at the time of listing he's asking that would it be possible to transfer fit tokens from your wallet to other wallets. I think that comes later, right? Transfer from Fitment wallet to external wallets like MetaMask.
Yeah, I think if you have Polygon network configured in your other wallet, you can transfer fit tokens and trade it on directly on a DEX, which will be using for the in-app swap function. Yeah, you can do that.
What about the ambassador program? Yeah, we are still reaching out to all the people. We had an overwhelming response, and we're reaching out to people who had filled the form. And you'll see them getting added. There is no deadline to this as such, because obviously as the community keeps growing, we'll keep finding new and new ambassadors. So there is really no deadline to it. If you've not heard from us in the next few weeks, that probably means that we've probably looked at other profiles by now. Plans to connect trackers, smartwatches for better tracking. Yeah, I mean that is work in progress. We've spoken about this multiple times on this AMA. um, how many people work in Fitment? We've answered that. It's very hard and uncomfortable to carry our phones while doing the workout. Will we have an alternative for this? Yeah, so the alternative is your fitness wearables starting with Apple Watch. When did the transfer option will be added to the app? um,
I think this will come after we do the public sale of our token. Once the token gets listed, it becomes tradable. Then only the transfer function and so functions will come in the wallet.
Guys, we'll not be answering questions about our competitors, so no point posting those questions. um, when will multi-chain be added in the app?
This is something we have already
Already
answered.
answered. All right, I see that there are a lot of repeat questions now. Speed meters, we've already answered that. Why not airdrops, we've answered that as well. All right, I think we've answered a lot of questions that are coming at the moment. So maybe good time to end.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right, awesome. So thanks, guys. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for the overwhelming support. The Dino link that I had, the form link that I had posted, we'll keep it active for another 5 minutes or so. Posting the link again, uh, you can make use of that. And that's just a little something from our end for attending this AMA. And yeah, um, that's about it. We'll see you next Wednesday. We're planning to do the AMAs every Wednesday at the same time.
Thanks, guys. It was great speaking with you all. See you next week. Have a good day.